Well, I actually did an educational film with The Little White Cloud, which was kind of a sub-production company from Cloud9. And I just did that through friends and stuff. And through that, I got asked to audition for the Tribe, and then that's how it all happened.
The outcasts?
We've all been kicked out of our tribes.
For thieving.
Or drinking. Fighting. Some for just being crazy.
Great bunch you with.
We protect each other.
Against what?
Where have you been? There's some real bad dudes out there.
The only one that I'd worked with was Danny James, who played Zoot. I actually did the educational film with him. But aside from that, they were all brand new faces. But everyone was fantastic and all made me feel really welcome. So I thought that it was a fantastic idea. I mean, obviously, it's every child's fantasy to not have any adults around and, you know, do what they want to do. But yeah, I thought that it was a really, really good concept, and, you know, rebuilding society for children. Yeah, it was fantastic. I probably try to get myself to the most secluded area that I can, maybe a beach or island somewhere, and just chill out. Get away from all the anarchy.
They did go a bit bloodthirsty, didn't they?
Yeah, it did a little bit.
Fighting somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely try and get as far away from that as I can. To be honest, I didn't actually know or had any idea of the success of the show. It hadn't even aired in New Zealand when I started, and I really didn't know all that much about it. I was daunted to be doing a program full stop. I'd never done any professional acting or anything before, so that was quite scary for me. And I'm sure at the beginning of the beginning of where I came in, you can probably tell that. But yeah, definitely learned a lot. But I was probably more daunted about acting professionally more than being on the show. I mean, the Tribe isn't that big in New Zealand. We only screened series 1 and 2 there. For some reason, it just didn't catch on. So I was always pretty ignorant, really, to the success of the show. We'd just kind of go into work, do our thing, go home, and, you know, nobody ever recognised us or anything because it wasn't that big there. But yeah, when I did find out the kind of worldwide success, I was really, really surprised. But, you know, thrilled at the same time. I mean, it's fantastic. I probably share independence with her. May is a very, very independent person, much like myself, but I think that's pretty much where the similarities kind of start and finish. At times it did. I mean, if I had a really, really long day or was filming some really emotional scenes, then yeah, it would really take it out of me. I'm not a method actor though. Like when I'd finish at work, that was me done for the day, and I'd go home and be Laura. Probably a very tired Laura, but yeah, I definitely didn't take May home with me. Not so much. And as far as her storyline went, that was definitely down to Cloud9. I mean, once I'd been there a little while and I really knew who May was, then you know, if I got a scene and if I had lines that weren't, you know, May as such, then I'd chat to the director and say, look, this isn't really something that May would say, can I reword it? And, you know, most directors would be fine with that, but aside from that was pretty much it. I think that my favourite storyline for May was probably the relationship between her and Celine. As an actor, you're always wanting to have, you know, storylines or, you know, movies or something like that, plays, just to have a character that can really push you. as an actor, and I felt that whole storyline, like it was something different and gritty, and I'd never done anything like it before. And for the Tribe, it was pushing the envelope a little bit. So I really enjoyed that. I think building a chemistry between any set of people that you work with, whether it's on a film set, whether it's in an office, anything, you do need to do a bit of team building to get, you know, everyone working together great. So to an extent we would go out and do things out of work, you know, get to know each other a bit better or that kind of thing. So I think that probably really did help for it, but at the end of the day, like, we really were a family. So it was just a really good environment to be in.
Was it hard coming in when they'd already done it?
Yeah, it was a bit hard because, you know, like, everyone was so tight already from the first series and half of series 2. So it was a bit hard, but I mean, like I said before, everyone was really friendly and welcomed me in. So yeah, it was fantastic. I do keep in touch with quite a few of the people. Fleur, Seville and I are like sisters pretty much, so I keep in contact a lot with her. I've just been in the States with Tom, Caleb and Matt doing Dragon Con, a science fiction convention over in the States. So it was awesome catching up with them. I do try and keep in contact with people via email and that kind of thing, but, you know, I'm in the UK now, they're back home in New Zealand, or some of them are in the States. So it does get a bit hard to kind of keep in regular contact, but I still know what most of them are doing. Definitely Ruby. Yeah, definitely Ruby. I thought she was fantastic. She was just so witty and just like a kick-ass chick. So yeah, definitely Ruby would have been the other character I would have liked to have played. I actually saw the audition script, Fleur's audition script, before she went for her audition, and I just read the script. I was like, oh man, I wish I could audition for Ruby, but yeah, I was so happy that Fleur got it. If I could give May any advice today, I would say probably don't get so hooked on people. You know, if they're not interested, just take the hint and, you know, move on. I thought that her whole obsession with Pride probably lasted a bit too long for my liking, but you know, that's May, isn't it? May, what would she be doing now? I think just rebuilding a new life on the other end of the boat trip, I guess. She'd probably still be trying to pursue something with Celine. Yeah, I'm not sure, probably something along those lines. What would you like to know about Laura Wilson? How I started acting, I always did kind of school productions, plays at school, that kind of thing, and I was always a little bit of a drama kiddie. And yeah, it was just through a friend that I had at school that I kind of fell into doing it professionally. He was doing the educational film, and he said, you know, we need some girls to audition for it. And I was like, I don't know. I was doing a lead part in a Shakespeare play and all that kind of thing at school, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I could have the time. And he said, oh, you'll get paid for it. And I was like, I'll be there. You know, 16-year-old, bit of extra cash always comes in handy. So yeah, I went and auditioned and ended up getting the part, and yeah, from there got asked to audition for the Tribe, and that's kind of how it all happened.
So what was the educational stance?
It was called Choice, and it was basically about making choices for teenagers. There was 4 kind of main characters, and they each had their own choice. Mine was whether to lose her virginity at a party or not. And it was actually to Danny James, who plays Zoot. So yeah, so it was good fun, and yeah, a good kind of, you know, training ground, I guess, for what was in store for me. Around about the time that I got into acting was probably around about the time that Julia Roberts was doing a lot of big things like Erin Brockovich or that kind of thing, and you know, having a strong female actress to kind of look up to, and she's fantastic and she's just so real, and yeah, I think I admired her a lot as well, and like on the opposite end, I love Cameron Diaz as well because she's just so fun and she just completely gives herself to her roles, and as much as she, you know, is a fantastic comedy actor, she's a fantastic actor and everything else as well. Like, she's just so versatile. So, yeah, those two would probably be the top two. My first role that I can remember when I was at primary school was as a narrator for Bad Jelly the Witch in a school production. That's the first thing I can remember. But yeah, first screen role was Shelley in Choice. I've been doing loads of things. It's about 3.5 years ago now. I did a lot of other work after I finished The Tribe. I did a short film called Cockle that actually had Dwayne Cameron in it as well, and that's been doing really well. Had a few other guest spots on various New Zealand TV shows. I've been doing some theatre stuff, which has been so much fun. It had been about 5 years since I'd done anything like that, so yeah, loved doing that. The last couple of years I've just been kind of pursuing other things, made the big move to the UK and all that kind of thing, and now I'm starting my studies in October, so it's about me, but I'm ready to get back into acting and stuff now, so watch this space. We'll see what happens.
So if there's anybody out there watching...
Yeah, I'm free to work. Yeah, it was a very hard decision to make, but at the end of the day, I moved here to be with my boyfriend. He's an English boy. Visa ran out in New Zealand, so here I am. But I still get homesick over a year down the track now. But yeah, like I'm loving my time here. Atlantis High, definitely. That program was just so insane, but so much fun at the same time. And the cast were fantastic, you know, like the cast on that show was some of the best New Zealand actors that we've got. So yeah, like I learnt so much from being there, but just had such a good time as well. And everyone just got along so well, and yeah, it was really, really good fun. It almost wasn't like going to work every day. Advice I'd give to budding actresses, I'd say don't be afraid to explore new things within yourself. You know, like one thing that I found the Tribe so invaluable for was just being able to try new things, different acting methods. You know, some of it worked, some of it didn't work, and I'm sure you all know the parts. But yeah, just you know, totally give yourself to everything you do and just go with it, and don't be afraid to do anything. Probably be my advice. What's next for Laura Wilson? I am going to be studying in a month's time. I'm doing a double diploma in naturopathy and acupuncture, so it's just basically a whole lot of natural medicine, which is going to be fantastic. So I'm going to be doing that for the next 4 years, and also getting back into acting as well.
For what we say, love, what do they say?
actually haven't seen the new Tomorrow yet. If anyone's got it handy, then I'll gladly watch it. But yeah, still haven't seen it. I've heard it's just kind of like a mini tribe out in the woods. When I say mini tribe, I mean mini people, you know, like really young children in it. So I don't know, have you seen it? No.